I'll try to cover most of the points that you have asked, but I must say that I was very happy to hear most of the questions, because that shows that your inquiry is getting subtler and subtler. That you already know about the gross side of chakras, and now you want to know the subtler forms. Now the first question was, which should be taken up first, is the one how the chakras come into human beings, what time, what stage of life, because that should be the first question. This question is something like if you ask what time a primule comes into the being of a seed, is something like that. That a human being, when he dies, as I have told you before, he does not die fully. Only a part of him dies, which is mostly the earth element, and the rest of the elements remain there. The rest of the body disappears, and we can't see it because it is not a complete human form. It goes on decreasing in size, and the Kundalini leaves the body and stays outside the body. And the Atma, what we call the spirit, also leaves the body and stays outside the body, which is the remaining body. The constitution of this new body is different from our constitution. We can say a light that is extinguished has all the body except for the light, but the light goes out of that body. In the same way, in a human being who dies, the spirit and the Kundalini leave the body, but they are around that body. And it's a great procedure that follows, which is fantastic. It's unbelievable how the body disappears into different elements also. But first of all, let us see, when such bodies which remain like that, they go into what you call the Pretalok. There they become seeds, or they can become smaller and smaller and smaller, till one body forms, a ova and a, which you know as a sperm. In one body it is formed. I don't know if you have seen the division of chromosomes, how it takes place. It's a complete division. If the chromosome is like that, it's a complete vertical division and a complete separation takes place. That is why marriages and selection of partners, all these have a great place. For ordinary bodies, it does not matter. For the divine, they take place in such a manner that there can be at random connections established. For example, a ova of one may combine with the sperm of another. It happens at a very lower stage of evolution. Among human beings also it happens like that. For some people who are just not very evolved, we can say. But mostly the ova rejects the sperms. It only accepts that sperm which is meant to be accepted. Now it is such a minute work, it is so fantastic that it is unbelievable. We have no idea as to how God works out. It's absolutely tremendous that even the ova goes on rejecting the sperm that is not the second part of itself. And that's how so many sperms are wasted and so many ovas are wasted. So you can imagine that there is a tremendous machinery which is working out this. Especially people who are realized, when they are reborn, all the forces of the divine combine to see that this ova is placed with a person who is ultimately going to meet the person who has the proper sperm, so that there is no problem as far as the meeting is concerned. And the divine takes all the care of these great souls. The work of the divine is very, very fantastic, and it is beyond human conception to understand how the awareness of God can look after all the minute small things of the world. You cannot do even a small thing like attaching this to this one unless until you pay some human attention. So you can imagine the attention of God who invades so many seeds in this Mother Earth and gives you such huge big trees. I mean, we have taken them for granted, but if you watch, you will feel the fantastic dynamic force behind it, which thinks it, which does it so perfect. But we think that it is all automatic, and that's how we can bear it. And that's how we can bear Sahaja Yoga, also thinking that it is all automatic.
Just now you said that after death, this Atma and the Kundalini will separate out from the
Body.
earth element. But then where do the chakras go?
Chakras exist within you. Chakras is a place. They just exist within you. You see,
within the earth element. Within the earth element.
No.
How it goes with the...
No, they are in the body only. They are in the body. The body itself like a seed. You see, you become like a seed. But they are potent. You can't see them. Chakra is a space.
But then chakra and Kundalini must be living together.
No. You see, when it is something like a light going out and the tube is still there. It is like that. The Kundalini, but it stays on top of the head of the person. Only difference is, supposing the light goes out and stays nearby. You see, the potential is there in the light. It is like that. The place for the light to pass is there.
One more thing you said about when these parasympathetic and sympathetic, when they separate out, then that particular person goes to the extremity.
Extreme.
The extreme. And in that case, what happens before our realization, whether they are superimposed one over the other, the sympathetic and parasympathetic.
No. They are already separated in the growth. They are separated inside also. They are separated, but there is a void.
This is the only time.
Because yes, that is the only thing. You see, the Kundalini gets enlightened, or sort of she gets a little enlightened, we can say, when it faces me and it starts rising, or when you people, because you are also Sahaja Yogis. It doesn't happen with anybody else. You will be amazed,